Now they were raising hell back in 2009 about raising the taxes. Every 6 months they raise the taxes, man. And it's eventually going to come to the states. Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
The beginning of wars. You have the French that had just sent troops into Mali in Western Africa, because you have rebels that calling for the takedown of or the ouster of the current president. Now this current president, he's a puppet for the West. Now I did some studying up on Mali. They said what is it, the average pay amount of salary, I believe it's $1.25 a day, and that's been going on for the longest. So now the reason why, now I read about the resources in that land, and it says there's a lot of gold in that land, and that's why you have the African Command, Africa Command, led by Jake, down there in the interiors of Africa, not just in Mali, but in Senegal, which is touching Mali, and these other African nations that they don't even tell you about. They have Northcom, Northern Command, which that's the U.S. military branch, who's located in the Americas. And when the shit hits the fan scenario take place, that's when they're going to send out these U.S. troops. And like I said, they don't tell you on the news about, well, they're speaking about it right now, how they sent the French government had sent French military troops down there. And guess what? The U.S. is going to most likely send troops down there too. Well, they're already down there anyway. See, this thing is getting ready to, blow like a volcano that's ready to erupt. Because you can only live for so long under a credit-based monetary system. Because it was talked about in Congress and among the president and the Congress, they were going to create this coin, and it was going to be called a $1 trillion coin, and it was 1 ounce of platinum, which 1 ounce of platinum, pure platinum, 0.999 platinum, is only worth $1,600. So how you going to take something that's $1,600 and put $1 trillion on it? Because if that's the case, I have $1 billion coin in the next room over there. I got $1 billion coin, and I'm gonna show you that $1 billion coin right quick. If they can actually create a $1 trillion coin with 1 ounce of platinum that's worth $1,600, well, I got me a $1 billion coin. I'm gonna show you it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, that's another form or another way that this country or this corporation called America is falling financially. Because the money that they have is not real money. So, and when you examine it on all levels, this country is falling on all levels. Every which way is falling.
Yeah, this is it right here. I got $1 billion coin right here. You see? It's 10 ounces. See how big it is? That's the $1 billion coin. If, in fact, the $1 trillion coin actually exists, well, I got $1 billion coin. All right? So you people out there, you don't understand the money system, and we're going to have to do a show on that, on the money system and on how real money works what real money is, as opposed to these FRNs, Federal Reserve notes. All right? Go ahead, Ak.
It says, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, just like Pharaoh. You know, all the hell that the Lord put upon him, and he still was proud. He still didn't turn around. It says, behold.
There was a point where he wanted to turn around, but it said that the Most High hardened his heart.
That's right. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And that's why these Edomites, anytime there's a mass shooting anywhere in the contiguous United States, what do Edomites basically do? They run out and buy more guns. And they're looking for that AR-15 because they figuring, well, let me get that thing now. Let me get 5 or 6 of them. See, Jake is, going by that buyback program, and they returning their guns so they can buy their kids Christmas gifts and so forth. You notice how it came about around Christmas time, because Jake ain't got nothing to give their kids, so they'll take one of their 9mm or whatever, a rifle, and they'll trade it in and get $100 or a couple $100 to buy their kids gifts. Esau ain't thinking like that, man. Esau is stockpiling these weapons. Esau, they're stockpiling bullets because they read these articles, all right? Go ahead, read.
Right. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So it's going to be, you're going to run from one situation to another. You know, you're gonna escape. You might escape the race war, but you're gonna get caught by hunger. You might escape the hunger. You might get caught in a wall of fire. So no matter which way you go, you're gonna be caught up.
And if you make it out of all those things, you ain't gonna escape the missiles. If you're not of the elect, you're not gonna be beamed up in them ships when the angels come down with the chariots of Israel. All right? If you're a Moor, you're not going to make it. If you're a Muslim, you're not going to make it. If you're Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah's Witness, Roman Catholic, if you're an atheist, if you're a free thinker, Hinduism, you're not going to make it. So, I mean, you better hope that you starve to death or get shot up or drown or commit suicide. There's a movie came out a couple years back called The Road, and they showed you in the movie, but they didn't tell you what made that situation happen, but they showed you in the movie there was certain the man and his son. The man was played by Viggo Mortensen. And they went into one house, and they went into a room, and there was a guy that was hung up, that hung himself. And and his son got all bugged out, and he said, "You know what happened? You know what happened." Then there was another scene where they had a bedroom, and there was a skeleton laying in the bed. I think Mortensen pulled back the covers, and there was a skeleton there. Then you had another scene where there's one house that there was food up in the house, and they saw people coming back to the house, and down in the basement you had people butt naked, skinny as hell, and when you read about the story behind it, or if you get the director's cut and he does his commentary, he said this represents the weaker ones. They're going to chain them up, and they're going to chop them up, and they're going to eat them. And even his wife said she couldn't deal with it, and she went out into the woods because she said if they catch up to us, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna rape her, then they're gonna kill her, then they're gonna eat her. Then she said they're gonna eat us. And I can read that in the Apocrypha too. That's in one chapter before. where it says they're going to die in the mountains. And it says they're going to eat their children. They're going to eat each other. See, you have no idea what is it going to happen in 2013. Is it going to happen in 2014? We don't know how Barack Obama is going to move after he's inaugurated to be the president for another 4 years. He's going to probably wait until after January.